Okay, Austin, thanks a lot. Cuban-American members of Congress have been very active on social media since the rare revolt in Cuba 9 days ago. Senator Marco Rubio posted this today on Twitter, quote, "President Biden listened to the people inside of Cuba, not the pro-regime people in your administration. The Cubans who were marching in the streets were not asking for remittances, they were asking for freedom." And communication in Cuba has been difficult, to say the least, but not impossible. Videos keep surfacing on how the Cuban government is treating those who are demanding freedom.
Now, President Joe Biden is asking the State Department to look into the remittance policy to assure that money sent from the United States is received by Cubans and not the Cuban regime. CNN's Patrick Ottman reports from Havana with the latest.
Elliot and Lauren, there's a tense calm right now in Havana and much of the rest of Cuba, but it's unclear how long that will last for. The government has sent troops and police into the street, and they claim that all protests have now ended. But activists say that there are protests going on, particularly in the interior and the eastern part of Cuba, but that it's very difficult with the internet shortages, the government bringing down the internet to upload photos or videos of those protests. Very clearly, the government was taken by surprise over a week ago when the first protests happened. People taking to the streets to complain about economic conditions, the lack of liberty, they said, power outages, lack of food and medicines. And now it is unclear whether these protests will evolve into a movement. There are some 500 people that are missing or detained, and the relatives have called for a protest or a vigil to be held on Monday. It is unclear whether Cuban officials will let that take place. So far, Cuban officials saying that they will do everything they can to maintain order. Elliot, Lauren?
Patrick Ottman for us in Havana. Thank you. And our coverage of Cuba's fight for freedom continues later in this half hour with how a Canadian-based company is helping Cubans get around the regime's attempts to block the internet.